In one of my first major foreign policy speeches at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library in California, I said, "This coming century will see democratic India's arrival as a force in the world, and the United States must pay it more attention." My conviction grew stronger when I became president. When I looked at India from the Oval Office, this is what I saw: a tolerant, peaceful, multi-religious democracy, a dynamic economy with more than 300 million people in the middle class, more than the entire population of the United States, an opponent of terrorism, and a force for stability and peace in one of the most strategically important regions in the world, the birthplace of 2.5 million Indian Americans, one of the most successful immigrant populations in the United States. I saw a country with extraordinary potential and a natural partner of the United States. We promoted commerce and trade by removing sanctions, opening up our markets, concluding an open skies agreement, and creating the U.S.-India CEO Forum co-chaired by a great Indian entrepreneur, Ratan Tata. As a result, trade between our countries doubled over the last 5 years. We broadened educational exchanges, issued more student visas, and created the Fulbright Nehru International Scholarship Program. I'm proud that America now welcomes more students from India than any other country. We increased counterterrorism and military cooperation after 9/11, the 2004 tsunami, and the 2008 attacks on Mumbai. And we expanded our diplomatic mission in India, including a new full-service consulate in Hyderabad. By the time I left office, our presence in India was our second largest in the world, behind Iraq. On his visit to the White House in 2005, Prime Minister Singh and I agreed to pursue an agreement that would allow India and America to cooperate on civilian nuclear energy. We knew the negotiations would be complicated, and they were. But we worked through our differences. And on my 2006 visit, Prime Minister Singh and I signed an historic accord. Under this agreement, India gains access to peaceful nuclear energy technology from the United States and elsewhere. The deal has been called India's passport to the world, a sign that India has taken its rightful place as a great nation on the global stage. Second major event was the series of terrorist attacks on India's financial capital of Mumbai. As we approach the first anniversary of the attacks, I extend my deepest condolences to the victims and their families. We are also mindful of the other terrorist attacks on India, including the strike on your parliament and the multiple bombings of your embassy in Afghanistan. Like 9/11 in America, 26/11 in India served as a moment of clarity. Both our nations are engaged in an ideological struggle against extremists who murder the innocent to advance a dark vision of extremism and control. In the long run, we must defeat the terrorists by undermining their ideology and drying up their recruits. And the best way to do it is to advance our values of liberty and justice and tolerance and hope.